And with breaking news this morning, while you were sleeping, a possible tornado touched down in Rockdale County and Conyers. It popped up on the radar around 11:54 last night.
We're told it potentially touched down near the Lakeview Estates. That's near Rockbridge Road Northeast. Just before 2:20 this morning, the National Weather Service Atlanta account replied to someone's post on X of a tree down and the side of a home ripped off, saying, quote, that was a first look at damage from a likely tornado west of Conyers near Turner Road and McDaniel Mill Road. They say the area is expected to be surveyed today. Right now, we're working to confirm if they meant today in that post. That's what we're expecting since it was right around midnight. And here's a look at some of the heavy winds during last night's thunderstorms. You can see even the GDOT camera was really shaking there. This is on State Route 138 near McDonough Road and Old Covington Highway. Our producer tells us it was just as bad on I-20 westbound on her drive-in around 11:30 with flooding, low visibility, and a lot of driving with hazards on. Some cars were just pulling over altogether because of the wind and the rain.
All right, now let's take a look at some brand new photos we just got in. 11 Alive's Cody Alcorn. He was out in Conyers all night working to get those photos. He just left about 30 minutes ago. As you can see, there are several trees surrounding this church on Main Street, as well as, look at this, top of your screen, that power line just snapped. The top is just hanging on as it's tangled there in the wires. Right now, the damage is all scattered throughout Conyers. You see this tree down right here, but a lot near McDaniel Mill Road and Briarcliff Road. That's a hot spot. Cody captured these pictures on McDaniel Mill Road on the sidings of that home, absolutely ripped off, and a tree, be aware of that, blocking the roadway there. Let's take a look at crews rolling in with the yellow construction trucks just a few hours ago to plow through all of that debris on the roadways and near homes, making the roads passable for commuters this morning. We're already hearing of one neighborhood being blocked in by trees on the road. Taking a look at the power outages for our neighbors right now at this map we have here, more than 6,000 people waking up in the dark this morning. That is according to this Georgia Power outage map. And more than 9,000 people are without power across the metro on Georgia EMC's outage maps.
Right now, we're tracking the storm damage from all angles. Meteorologist Ches McNeil keeping an eye out on watches and warnings for you. Atlanta's traffic expert Crash Clark keeping an eye on roads and flooding. And in just minutes, we're checking in with 11 Alive's Jerry Carnes with what we're learning about the damage in Conyers this morning.
It has been a busy night, Chessie. We know you've been working tirelessly to track these storms and went on the air earlier this morning around 3 a.m. Any active watches or warnings that people should know about this morning?
We only have a flash flood warning that's in effect right now. You can see it moving right through the Atlanta metro area. So these two green boxes is all that we have left over for our viewing area. The rain itself out of the way. And so flooding takes some time. And so this will last until about just after 7 o'clock this morning. The rain itself well over toward the east of us, as you can see. Over into South Carolina is where you have the tornado watches in effect. You have some severe thunderstorm warnings as well down to the south of us, well south, even closer to the Macon area down towards Sandersville is where you have severe thunderstorm warnings. We even just saw a tornado warning just expired there. We're not worried about any more rainfall today, not at all. Temperatures will start to cool off on us just a little bit. We are starting off on the mild side this morning, so as you leave the house, you're starting off with temperatures in the upper 60s. In fact, down toward Peachtree City, you're closer to the 70-degree mark. Thomaston as well, down toward LaGrange. Our temperatures will fall off a bit as we head through the morning and then rise back up as we head to the afternoon, maybe getting a little bit of sunshine in here by then. Winds starting off on the light side, but those winds will pick up through the afternoon as well, so it will be breezy and cool as well. After this front moves through our area, it will start to cool us down, not only for today, but for the next couple of days. It's going to remain that way. Our severe weather threat shifts more further over toward the east of us today. Again, we're clearing out, going to dry it out, and we'll be looking good. As far as your forecast goes, starting off around 60 degrees by 8 o'clock and then down to about 57 degrees by noon today. You're going to see a mix of sun and clouds during the afternoon. There could be a sprinkle or two. Not going to hold tight to that. Maybe one of the two of us will get a shower or two, but other than that, you're going to look at a mix of sun and clouds. Again, 63 degrees will be our afternoon high temperature today with those west winds up to about 20 miles per hour at times. So go ahead and grab that jacket. You are going to need it. I believe we're going over to Crash Clark now with the check on the roads.
Yes, indeed, Chessie. Appreciate that, my friend. Yeah, obviously those roads are still a little on the slick side. Some leftover problems. This is a little bit of flooding right here down on that south side on the 285 eastbound ramp to Highway 54 Jonesboro Road. So heads heads up over there. Most of that off to the right and contained. We did have some trees down on 75 northbound, also near Highway 54 as folks were leaving Morrow. That's been cleared out of the way. Those lanes on 75 are open. Obviously, we're concentrating a lot of our efforts out towards Conyers, so be prepared. You're going to find probably a lot of debris, as we just showed you, some of those trees down. We could see some power outages in the area, which means you'll come across some of those intersections that might be completely dark. Try to four-way stop them. As far as the interstates are concerned, out of Conyers and Covington, I-20 not impacted. That is a wide open ride, 13 minutes from Conyers to the perimeter. West Expressway equally as nice, but obviously as the sun comes up, we could see more debris and more power outages, so certainly not out of the woods just yet. Aisha?
Yeah, Crash, we do have something to tell you about. Taking a look back to Conyers right now, while you were sleeping, more than 5,000 people were in the dark in Rockdale and DeKalb counties in the Conyers, Lithonia, and Stonecrest areas. This is a screenshot right now from the Georgia Power outage map earlier this morning around 2 a.m. that we have these numbers coming in. Taking a look right now on Georgia Power's website, we have more than 4,000 people still without power at this hour in those same areas.
Take a look at some new photos that we have in from 11 Alive's Cody Alcorn on Sigmund Road near Renaissance Drive. Look at those pictures. Lots of trees down, hard to make out in the night sky, which is why these overnight storms are so scary. 11 Alive's Jerry Carnes has been out there all morning long as we've been getting nonstop reports of fallen trees, knocked down power lines. Jerry, what can you tell us about the tree that fell down on a driver on Sigmund Road?
Well, that is a very lucky young man right there, an 18-year-old who was in his car when it was hit by a tree. We will show you video of that in just a moment. But first, we want to show you this home on McDaniel Mill Road here in Conyers, one of many homes damaged by fallen trees. You can see the large oak that fell on the roof of this home. It damaged the roof, it damaged the porch, and there's even a piece of the front porch up on the roof of that home right there. Pretty dramatic sight, but not as dramatic as what we saw on Sigmund Road overnight. Take a look at this video of the car smashed in by a large pine tree that fell. A police officer there on the scene tells me that an 18-year-old driver was traveling along Sigmund Road when a large pine tree fell and landed right on top of his car. In fact, it landed in that young man's lap. The police officer tells me that he went over and spoke to the young man. The young man, despite that tree sitting on him, was alert and conscious and speaking. They were able to pull him out of that vehicle and cut the tree up and get it out of the way. That young man was taken to Grady Hospital, and the police officer there on the scene tells me that he should be okay. Just amazing. Obviously, that young man shaken up, but he did survive that fallen tree that landed right on top of his car and right on top of his lap. Just amazing. Throughout this area, a lot of power outages. Making our way around Rockdale County and Conyers this morning was difficult because there were a lot of roads closed due to fallen trees and power lines. Utility crews are making quick work of it. They're doing a good job of reopening a lot of those roads, but obviously it's going to take a while to clean everything up. We'll have much more coming up in the next half hour. Back to you.
Wow, glad that 18-year-old's okay, Jerry. And I know when the sun comes up, we'll get a true look at how much damage there really is. I know there's a lot going on there. We'll check back with you at the top of the 5 o'clock hour. So let's stay in Conyers now. Fritz Sylvan sent us this video. It's about 12:30 in the morning. That's just after we first heard of a possible tornado touching down on the ground. In the video, if you look closely, you see strong winds and waves of water hitting the road there. He tells us he was working in a warehouse when this was all happening. He heard the roof blow off and says it happened so quickly there was barely time to shelter in place. Right now, we're working to get a deeper look at that storm damage.